This was my tiny house. This is how Chris and I met. I lived in San Diego for 1 year in this tiny house. It's 50 square feet, so much smaller than a lot of people's bathrooms or closets. This screen here is close to an actual representation of the size of it because it was not quite wide enough for me to do this in, so it was about this wide, 5 feet, and then 10 feet long, so about not like from here to the first row would maybe be pushing it. So it was quite small, but you know, I thought, well, I like to do extreme things, and this could really get people thinking. I wanted to kind of put an idea out there that maybe a large house isn't what gives you the greatest health and happiness.
In fact, this is the next stage up from the tiny house that you had in San Diego you were living in. This is actually 100 square feet.
Okay.
And so let's put this bit together.
Okay.
And you see how it tends to nestle in together. And it's like an IKEA chair that you put your dowel in, and now if you screw that in, it's naturally in the right place. So there you've got something exceptionally strong.
And it just kind of lines up and makes the construction something that's easier for people that don't really know how to build things.
Yes, and if you go to the full-sized kit,
yeah, great.
and if you wanted to look, it's the 30% lighter bit really makes a lot of sense. And if you take that long piece, put it into the groove of this bit of wood here, twist it around 30 degrees the other way. No, that's right.
Okay. Huh. Yeah. So that is
That's the start.
that's the roof
This is the
attaching to the side.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
And if you take a screwdriver again and put one screw in there,
Yeah.
you've suddenly got this nesting in that,
Yeah.
and it's so simple.
Yeah.
You can put this up easily.
Yep. Yeah, that's very simple. So with the kit that people would buy, they don't have to cut anything.
Correct.
They
So
just have to put it together. So Chris has also designed a really amazing system for being able to, as a community or as an individual with a small workshop, being able to produce tiny houses using iWood at a very low cost. Within the workshop, they have the space for a simple machine. This is a machine that is relatively inexpensive, under $3,000, and it converts your standard 2x4s that you would buy at the store. You just simply put them through here, and then comes out his iWood or his C-wood. And so what that person with the workshop can do is create a small business of creating these tiny house kits that they sell to people in their community to build their own houses that take very little knowledge of construction. They're basically like IKEA type kits where you put together the tiny house on your own in an afternoon or a weekend, which provides a job for that person. The other option is that you can also do it as a nonprofit model. Maybe a nonprofit has a shed that they borrow from someone or rent from someone. But the other beautiful side of all of this is that when you buy these 2x4s, of course that's one of your main costs, by turning them into iWood or C-wood, that all of this wood that is shaved off, where you still have a product like the 2x4 that has extra benefits, you also have all of the sawdust, all of the shavings that are created, and that can then be used, it can be sold, and that can recover a substantial portion of the cost of the 2x4s. You end up with a whole nother product that can either be sold or that can be just used within the community for necessary purposes. So it's a really brilliant system, really, that allows for more autonomous, self-sufficient building within the community because it's so simple and because it's so cost effective.